Good morning from rainy Porto, Portugal. Portugal is considered one of the most affordable countries in Western Europe, and I'm going to put that to the test today. I'm giving myself the challenge of only spending 20 euros to eat all day, and what I eat has to be Portuguese. So luckily for me, I'm not the biggest breakfast eater. The Portuguese aren't the biggest breakfast eaters as well. So I think I'm just going to get a coffee and a pastry or some type of small sandwich, and we'll call it good for breakfast. I'm hoping it's under 5 euros. And then, unfortunately, it's rainy, but I want to, in between my meals, I want to go check out the city and see like different things that you need to see while being here. So I might need to buy myself a metro pass, but it's not gonna be part of the 20 euros. The 20 euros is strictly for food. It's just for me to get around and maybe get less wet today. Looks good here, huh? Bom dia. Un café con leche y sí, uno. Sí. Okay, so you pick what you want and then you just go sit down and I think you pay after. So I got a coffee with milk and a little ham sandwich with cheese. So yeah, like I said, Portuguese don't really eat heavy in the morning. Usually their big meals are lunchtime. So we'll follow as they do. We'll eat heavy during lunchtime. It's a pretty big sandwich. It's, I already know it's gonna be very flaky. It's not warmed up. Kind of wish it was warmed up. They give you a lot of ham. The cheese is very subtle. It's more hammy. I'm honestly not like entirely hungry. I'd rather just have a coffee and maybe 2 coffees, but I can probably only afford 1 and the sandwich. It doesn't say how much it is, so we'll find out after we're done. Let's try the coffee now. The coffee is very good. Okay, honestly, I should have just got a pastry because this sandwich is not really hitting. It's cold to begin with, and there's too much meat in here. I'd rather have the ratios be a little better and for it to be warm. So I don't think I'm gonna finish this, unfortunately. Kind of wasted some money, so kind of off to a bad start. The coffee is really good, so whatever the price is for the coffee, I'm willing to pay that, but I'm hoping this isn't too expensive. It's not really the best to eat in the morning. I feel like I should have just copied everyone else and just got a pastry or something, a croissant. I think a croissant just would have been better. Hola. Bom dia.
3,40, por favor. Muito obrigada.
Muito obrigada. The more I ate it, the more I felt like I didn't want it. But the good thing was it was only 340 euros. So way under $5, so I have enough money for lunch and dinner. So right now I need to go to the metro. I want to get a metro card, and then we're gonna see some things that I want to see around here. This is what the metro looks like in Porto. I'm planning a trip tomorrow out of Porto, so I was hoping to talk to someone, but I don't see anyone working here. But I'm just gonna buy a bus pass for today and for tomorrow. And just put some money on it. Okay, change of plans. I'm not getting a bus ticket because it was way too confusing to figure out. Like, you have to buy it by a certain zone that you want to go to, and obviously I don't know my zones because I'm not from here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna Uber everywhere. I guarantee it's gonna be cheap because I'm not traveling far distances in the city, so I'll just go to a few places. And yeah, hopefully it'll be fairly cheap. But right now I want to show you guys a park that is nearby my Airbnb. It's really cool. Too bad it's very rainy, but the monument there is really cool. I really like it. So this is the Rotunda de Boa Vista. I don't know the historical significance to this, but I just visually it looks stunning. I like how detailed the statues are, and that big lion with some wings. I think he's killing an eagle. Reminds me of the Mexican flag a little bit with the eagle with the snake, but it's kind of the opposite with the lion killing the eagle. But anyways, it's I don't know. This is the first thing I seen walking to my Airbnb, and I thought it was pretty cool. And it's a massive park. This whole park is like surrounded by this this monument, so it's pretty cool. I wish I knew the backstory to this. It looks like some type of battle. And Boa Vista, I recognize that name. It's a soccer team that used to play in the Primera Liga, but I think they got relegated or they got suspended because of financial reasons. So I didn't know Boa Vista was like a Porto-based team. So I guess that name has some presence around here. Maybe I'll do my research later. Keeping on with the soccer theme, the next place I want to go to is the FC Porto Estadio, the stadium of FC Porto. I'm not going to go to a game, so I'd rather just go check out the stadium, say I've been there, and yeah, it's maybe see if I can get in. I doubt I can get in for free, but just being there and seeing it in real life would be good enough for me. But I'm going to take an Uber there instead of taking the bus. The bus would have been 30 minutes to get there, just one bus, but I couldn't figure out the damn bus thing, so we're taking an Uber. So let's see how easy this is. So it's $8.30 USD to go to the stadium. So it's, I guess, further than I thought it would be, but I'm in the Boa Vista neighborhood. So if anyone's curious, that's where I'm staying. It's very nice. It's kind of outside of the city center, so it's kind of a walk to like where people like to be, where it's more picturesque. We'll go there today as well, but yeah, if anyone's curious, I'm in Boa Vista. So I'm gonna get this Uber, and yeah, $8.30. It's not crazy expensive, but not cheap as well, but it is what it is. A thing that I noticed in Portugal is that they really love their hamburgers. I've seen so many different hamburger places here in Lisbon and now Porto. I wonder if that's always been the case or just a new thing. But I'm just waiting for my Uber, and then we'll be heading to that stadium. Hola, ¿todo bien? Sí. Mucho tráfico? Muito. I kind of actually prefer taking an Uber because I get to see the city a little better than taking a bus. I get to see the outskirts of Porto. Ok, muito obrigado.
De nada.
Bom dia.
Bom dia.
See. All right, guys, we made it. Man, that guy was hauling ass on the freeway. Yeah, the shitty thing about Ubers for me is that I get car sick very easily, but luckily that wasn't too long of a drive. But we made it. So this stadium's kind of on the outskirts of Porto. I've noticed most of the stadiums in these bigger cities, they're not directly in the city. They're kind of on the outskirts, probably due to traffic and just a big influx of people coming into the stadiums. But let's just go walk around the stadium. I see stairs going up to the stadium. I want to see if I can maybe look into the stadium. If not, I don't know, maybe we can sneak in or get in for a small fee. We'll see. I want to climb up those stairs and see if I can get a view inside the stadium. Probably not, but it doesn't hurt to try it. I need to get my steps in. I need to get my exercise in. Damn, it only got me to like the second level of the stadium. There is a game tonight, but I am not planning to go to it, unfortunately. Let me just walk around, see if I can find any good areas to show you guys, but if I can't really get in, then there's no point of showing you guys anything else. But it's just kind of cool for me. Oh, okay, I can kind of see, if I was a little taller, I can kind of see some of the seatings at the very top over there. Yeah, I just wanted to check out the stadium, say I've been here since I'm not going to a game. But yeah, FC Porto is one of the biggest teams in Portugal. It's a team where a lot of Brazilian players like to come and make their name, and then they go on to bigger and better clubs. Oh yeah, you can kind of see inside. It's a sick stadium. Wow. Imagine on Champions League nights, this stadium, like how it was in Benfica. Ooh. I would love to experience that. Can see more seatings over there. Football Club do Porto. It kind of reminds me of the UW Stadium, how it kind of is shaped like a football, like American football. I love how most of these stadiums in Portugal, like every seat is a good seat. You can't complain too much. Maybe if you're at the very, very top, it might be a little difficult to see like the players' numbers on the field, but it's still, compared to like American football stadiums, like if you're in the nosebleeds, it's hard to see anything. If the ticket's cheap, buy it, because it's probably well worth it. And it's next to like a mall, I think. Almeida. I saw that there is a gym inside and some stores, and there's all those American fast food, Burger King, KFC, McDonald's. It's a cool little area. I don't know if, oh, obviously this is still considered Porto, but it's way far away from my Airbnb. So I'm just gonna make a lap around the stadium and then call it good. It's only 10 a.m. so I probably won't eat lunch around like 11:30. But I do want to go to this famous bridge that they have here in Porto. So that's going to be the next place. I will go to like an overlook, like a Morado, and see like the whole bridge itself. And then after that, we can get some lunch. I see an open door right there, but I don't think I can get into this little cage. But man, there's something about European stadiums where I just really am in love with them. They have so much charm, so much character, history as well. Like some of these stadiums have been here for decades. And I know like the US is trying to make soccer specific stadiums, but it takes time to build the character and the history into these stadiums. Like there's so many players that have come through these stadiums and gone on to be legends, and it's just crazy to think about. So beautiful. Yeah, that's why I love coming to just the stadiums. I don't even need to go to a game. Like just being at the stadium is good enough for me. Sometimes, you know, there's other times where I really want to see the game as well, but you know, just having the opportunity to be here is awesome. Okay, well, I think I've seen enough. Very cool. I'm gonna head to that famous bridge. I need to figure out the name. I'm gonna do a little bit of research on this bridge, and then we'll go scope it out, and then after we'll have some lunch, some affordable lunch. Should we see what's inside of a Portuguese gas station? See what type of snacks they have? I think we should. I think I only have like 16 euros, so I don't have too much to spend. Oh, Superboc is tempting. I should save myself for lunch. Very clean inside here. Way cleaner than American gas stations. Should I get some water though? I think I need some water. Oh. Okay, €1 for water, so I'm getting a water. Okay, €1 for this. So I'm €1 less than I was previously. So hopefully that doesn't put me down too much for lunch and dinner. I'm loving Porto so far. Porto is becoming my favorite city in Europe, I think. I haven't seen everything in Porto, and it's already very attractive and, you know, very livable, picturesque city. So let me get an Uber, and then we'll head down to the Morado de Fontinas. I believe that's what it's called. It's overlooking the famous bridge down here. So yeah, we'll go see that now. So my Uber cost me less than $5. So it's, yeah, way cheaper than it was to get to the stadium. So I'm guessing we're closer to the city center. Not bad. That's the price I was hoping it would be for all these Ubers. Still feeling a little nauseous from the first Uber. See, I get motion sickness so easily, but hopefully this short Uber ride won't cause me any more damage. Ok. Sim, muito obrigado.
Obrigado, então bom dia.
Sim, bom dia. Wow. That Uber driver was pretty cool. He's from Brazil. He's been here for 5 years. And he said that in the summer, that's the best time to visit this place. But actually, I don't prefer being here during this time because it's not as packed and not as busy. I'm sure prices are like, you know, normal prices, and I'm sure they raise the prices during the summer. So this is the Morado das Fontinas. I still don't know what that bridge name is called. It's a famous bridge here, but I'm just here for the views. There's literally no one here, probably because it's so rainy out. But look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Sorry guys, I don't know what this river is called. So I can probably find that out here real soon, but I think that's the bridge that they're talking about, where they have that train just over there. Looks like a slug slowly crossing that bridge. And here's another bridge. The river looks very muddy and murky. Yeah, I'm starting to like Porto a bit more than Lisbon for some reason. It's just way more charming here and less busy. I feel like there's less tourists here too. I don't like in Lisbon. Every other person, it was a tourist. I can hear them speaking English or a different language other than Portuguese. Here, I don't really see that as much. I've only been here for less than 24 hours, but still, it's the vibe I'm getting. Lots of different colors. The buildings look cool. Very, very cool place. So I'm probably just gonna walk up and down this this little Morado and chill here for a bit. It's 10:50, so it's almost lunchtime. I'm sure things are opening up, so I'll wait till around like 11:15, 11:30, and we'll get some lunch somewhere, hopefully somewhere cheap. This place might be an option. Bifanas Francesinhas, very popular here in Porto in Portugal. I might consider this place in about 10-15 minutes. It looks fairly cheap. Let's just start looking at the prices now because I really don't have too much money to work with. It's just over 15 euros. So I gotta be very frugal with my money here. There's another little snack bar. Oh, there's like every other building is a restaurant and they're selling like the same stuff. Oh yeah, this is a hot dog. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like it's called little hot dog or little dog in Portuguese. Corainhos or something like that. So that might be what I want to get. We'll see. I'm not entirely hungry because the freaking Ubers, they made my head and stomach feel a little weird because of the dang car sickness. So I have to wait until that passes and build some hunger so I can actually eat with some real appetite. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to that second restaurant. I'm not the most hungry right now, but I gotta use the restroom, so maybe I'll make some room. I'll get more hungry. We'll try that hot dog thing that was sliced up in little pieces, and we'll see how that tastes. I'm actually very curious how that tastes like. I guess it was voted one of the best hot dogs in the world one of these years, I think recently, so it has to be decent. Okay guys, so I ordered that hot dog with some french fries, and it comes with some sauce, so we'll see how that tastes. ¿Cómo te llama el restaurante? ¿La nombre?
¿El nombre?
Yeah.
Fontainhas Café.
Oh, Fontainas Cafe. Okay. Fontainas Cafe, right in front of the Morado de Fontinas. So it makes sense, the name.
Que vai comer é assim.
Sí.
Okay?
Sí. Muito bom.
Muito bom.
Okay, so it was $8.50 for what I got. So I only have over 15 euros, so my dinner has to be cheaper than my lunch. Supposedly Portuguese people go big on lunch, so I guess that's what I'm doing today. You know, it's 8:50. I need a drink as well, plus the tip, which that's gonna set me back a little bit. So hopefully I can finish everything, have a big lunch, and then have somewhat of a small dinner. We'll see though. I do need to get a drink. I can smell the food being made, and it's building up my appetite. So I'm kind of looking forward to this meal. We'll see how it tastes. Hopefully I like it. Oh my God! Look at this. Okay, so that's what we're gonna have today. Let's give it a try. It's so good. So it's bread with a sausage, a hot dog. And there's melted cheese on top, covered in like a tomato sauce. It's so good. I think there's ham in there too. Ham and sausage. Guys, I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, wow, that was absolutely delicious. I enjoyed that very much. Probably the best thing I've eaten so far in Portugal. It wasn't a hot dog really, like what we eat in the United States. It was more like a sausage, almost like a brat, and it was sliced in half and butterflied, and there was ham underneath and cheese on the top with the tomato sauce. It was so good. I'm only left with 5 euros, so you can see that I'm not going to make this challenge, but there's a restaurant that is literally right next to my Airbnb that it looks very like home style type restaurant. I want to give them a try. The prices look fairly cheap, so I doubt I'm gonna find any dish that is 5 euros, but we shall see. So now I'm gonna walk to the Ribeira neighborhood. It's known for being very medieval like, lots of colorful buildings, very trendy place here in Porto. So we'll walk there, check things out, and then I'll probably head back to my Airbnb and get some rest, and then we'll head to dinner around 6:30 because FC Porto, the soccer team, is playing at 6:45. So maybe the restaurant that's right next to my Airbnb will have a TV and we can kind of see the vibe of how it is during game day. I'm super happy about that hot dog. I almost finished it. I finished 90% of it. So yeah, that was very good. So now to the neighborhood. You can kind of tell we're starting to get into the more medieval type neighborhood. You can see all these buildings have different colors to them. They're all very unique. Not gonna lie, I'm getting a little chilly. Hopefully the sun comes out. But yeah, we're just gonna walk through the neighborhood, see any cool buildings, monuments like these, and then we'll head back to the Airbnb. Literally the first right I took, it brought me to this church. Let me see if I can find out what church this is. Ildefonso. Yeah, it's kind of hard to pronounce, but it's a pretty cool church. This looks very old. And look at that yellow building behind it. Old church, yellow building. All these buildings just look so picturesque. It looks like I'm in a movie set or something. I wonder how many movies were made in this city. I'm sure there is quite a few, right? Very interesting. So I got dropped off here yesterday. at the train station, it dumps you right into the Ribeira neighborhood. So you're kind of like just in the thick of things straight off the bat, which yesterday it was nicer, it was sunnier, but it's still pretty cool seeing it like this. Makes it more dramatic. There's some pho. I want to check out the prices for some pho. 12 euros. That seems pretty standard to what we see in the United States. It looks pretty good though. It's not open. Something Familia No Viet. Oh, they probably went back to Vietnam for family reasons. See, look, this is just a random street down the Ribeira neighborhood. Looks very cool. Skateboard shop. Nice. I'm sure skateboarding's pretty popular here. So similar to Mexico, there's a lot of businesses on the first floor and then apartments on the top. Well, I guess that's everywhere in Europe too, not just Mexico. Some hookah. Lots of different businesses around here. Francesinha. So I'm probably not gonna have a Francesinha since I had the hot dog with all that sauce. It's pretty similar to that hot dog I had. It's just more of a sandwich instead of a hot dog. But we'll try something unique at that restaurant that's right next to my Airbnb. But this place is pretty cool. It's oh man, there's like a building that just is not there. It's supposed to be there, but it's not there. This is very cool. I have yet to see a mouse in Portugal. That's the only mouse I want to see here. It's a nice little park we're walking towards. Wow. Jardim de Marcos de Oliveira. It's a garden. They don't call it parks, they call it gardens here. Can't believe how beautiful and like luscious these flowers look. I don't know why, but this is giving me Mexico vibes a little bit. Because you know how parks in Mexico, they have those, they're kind of like in the central of the town, surrounded by buildings. That's what it reminds me of, especially that little, I don't know what you call those things, little stages. It reminds me of a lot of Mexican towns, pueblos. Very nice here. Wow. I just stumbled upon this park. I didn't even plan to come here. This is so nice. You know what? I might kill some time here and just enjoy the moments of being in Porto. All right, guys. So I'm back at my Airbnb. I'm thinking this is the restaurant I want to go to tonight. It's right next to my Airbnb. So the Uber driver again is from Brazil, and he told me that monument that I showed you guys at the beginning of the video represents the Portuguese resistance from the French. So that lion represents Portugal, the eagle represents France. So that's kind of interesting. I was curious to know what the history was for that. So I'm gonna take a little rest and then we'll maybe do some more walking around and then we'll have some dinner here tonight. Okay guys, I'm trying to find a restaurant because a lot of these restaurants, they close I think between 5 to 7. So the restaurant that's right next to my Airbnb doesn't open till 7:30. I don't know if that's due to the game happening right now. There's a FC Porto game at 6:45 I think. So I'm trying to find a restaurant where I can go eat now because I'm working up an appetite. And I think I found one. So it's about half a mile away. So I'm gonna go walk over there, see if it's open. And then, yeah, it's a, so I'm looking strictly for only Portuguese food. Because I want to keep it in the theme. I only have €5 to spend. So I already know I'm not gonna complete this challenge. So we'll see how much I spend for dinner. And we'll go from there. So I didn't show you guys, but I walked to the Boa Vista FC stadium. They're a team that used to play in the Primeira Liga, but they got relegated all the way down to I think the 6th tier of professional soccer here in Portugal because of financial reasons. So yeah, I checked out like the outskirts of the stadium. It's very like a neighborhood style team. It was like right in the middle of a neighborhood, which was kind of cool. I was hoping to watch them play this weekend, but they don't play till Sunday, and I'm leaving Sunday. So, like I said, I was able to see the stadium, so that's good enough for me. Okay, so I got a cerveza, green soup called caldo verde, and then I got grilled ribs. It comes with rice, salad, and French fries. So it well exceeds the €5, but you know, I'm pretty hungry, so I'm gonna indulge, and we'll see how much. I think it's like maybe it's gonna be like €13, I think altogether. But we'll see. We'll see when the food comes out. I've had this before, and it's very, very good. It's like a potato soup with some kale and one slice of sausage. It's really good. That's what you call a meal right there. We got ribs, we got fries, we got rice, and a salad. Let's see if my stomach can handle all this. And a beer. Very fresh. The fries, I love the fries here. They're very homemade, hand cut. Very hot. Very hot. The salad is slightly pickled. It's really good. The rice is pretty plain, but it's cooked perfectly. The ribs are slightly salted. The meat's a little tender. It tastes pretty good. I just wish there was like a sauce I could add to this. Maybe I'll ask for some type of sauce. Everything is really good. I'm definitely not going to finish all of this. I'll take my leftovers back home. This was the damage I done. I don't know if I could finish anymore. I'm going to try to finish this beer and then call it good, take everything back home. Really good. I don't know how Portuguese this is, but fried ribs, French fries, rice, this little salad. It's pretty good. Alright, that cost me €14.05, and I gave them like close to a $2 or €2 tip. So I well exceeded my challenge, but I probably could have done better. It's hard. This is my first time trying this challenge, so maybe next time I'll be more frugal. But it's hard not to tip when you're in a new country, a new city, and you just kind of feel bad not tipping. So I had a tip on all my meals. That's my day. I'm gonna call it a night, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.